Welcome to the Tongue of the Trees Recipe Hub. This is lemon medicine and this is a lemon moisturiser for acne. This is a harsh one, so I would say only use if you've got the situation where your skin is spotty and acne but not hot, inflamed and angry. The hot, inflamed and angry bit will be made more hot and inflamed and angry by the lemon. So if you have just, you know, lots of breakout of acne, and of course we're talking about the face, but it can be on anywhere on the body, can't it? If it's not too angry, then this blend. But if it is angry, use this blend, but don't put the lemon in. Okay? So it's a really powerful blend, this is. So I always use as my main treatment for acne some jasmine. And probably no other books say that, but I stole it completely from Mum because she sold this for such a long time. And what I used to see was not only did the underpinning acne get better, but it really improved the quality of the skin and it stopped the scarring. So that's the first thing. But also, there's an emotional component to jasmine, and probably you can't see this through the cards because we talk about the intensity and the passion of the fire that in the cards, but there's also an idea that you stop worrying about stuff when you're around jasmine. And I think that that's vital with acne, because you know, people, and if you look at mind body medicine for the skin is how the world perceives us, and to a certain extent what they see is our reflection of what we think they see, and we've created it in the first place, not them. So it's a very upset kind of situation. In eczema it's easy to see because you see that somebody's flaky, that they feel like they can't be depended on, probably because sometimes they have these flare-ups and so they don't want to go out anymore, or they can't be you know, they have to wear gloves, and so you see I am flaky come out on their skin. With acne it's more I am ugly, which is really upsetting to say. But that's how they feel, and maybe that came from how they felt before the spots came out. So jasmine has a way of making you feel like the goddess, you know, at the centre of the flame, but also I don't give a shit about what you think. You know, she's a really powerful kind of, she isn't Kali Ma, but that kind of fierce, you can't touch me, that's very much jasmine. So I think can't touch me is another thing, isn't it? Actually, you wouldn't want to touch. And actually consider facial massage would be contraindicated over the top of acne, so we don't do that. So can't touch this was completely intuitive then, wasn't it? I didn't mean to say it when it came out, but so if you think that we use jasmine as well for like frigidity, can't touch this, breaks that down. Tea tree says insight, and it does give you insights into maybe what you're doing that's creating the acne, whether that's eating a few too many chips or what have you. But really we're looking for the antibiotic nature of tea tree. Ain't nothing better, you know. So we're going to kill the underlying infection. And what I would say is in this blend I've only gone 1 drop tea tree, but if you feel like you're getting to the second pot and you're not really seeing it clear as fast as you would, don't up the lemon, up the tea tree. So you could go 2 or even 3 drops of tea tree in this blend if you wanted to. However, we also have Helichrysum, and Helichrysum is for the wound that will not heal. So such a powerful oil, Helichrysum. You know, if you read my Helichrysum book, there's clinical trials that show that in petri dishes it helps HPV, which is the herpes virus, herpes simplex, which is an unbreakable thing really. Nobody can really do anything about the herpes simplex. And even more so, HIV in a petri dish. So read that book if you haven't read that book. But that shows the power that we're sticking into this little pot of cream. So it's a 25 gram or 1 fluid ounce of aqueous cream, 1 teaspoon of wheat germ oil. As I've said in other videos, if you're like me and you have no patience and you are clumsy, mix your aqueous cream and your oils in a bowl, then scoop it into your little pot. It's easier than trying to do it in the pot. It's possible in the pot, but not as easy. And then you just go around with your hand and you go, all of that residue I've left behind, that's today's treatment. So how much do we use? Well, I think for a moisturiser, certainly morning and night. But if you can do morning, noon and night, even better. And this moisturiser is so thin, it will go through your makeup. Trust me, I've worked many, many years using these recipes. You can put on a perfectly good face of makeup and you can push it through. Just watch your eye. It doesn't do very much for your mascara. But if you put it onto the cheeks and here, it will go straight through your foundation and you can keep on top of it. And obviously, if you're not wearing makeup, even easier. And I would heartily recommend that you look at our cleansers for greasy skin or for acne. You could use this same blend of the lemon, the tea tree, the jasmine, the helichrysum in a cleanser. Get a blank cleanser and mix it up. And then make sure that you're toning the skin as well. So cleanse, tone, moisturise every single day. Ideally twice a day. Toner, I would use either a lavender water or Helichrysum toner. I'm a big believer in Helichrysum hydrolat for the skin. I love mine. But anyway, so that's gone off tack somewhat. But yeah, don't just rely on the moisturiser. Sort out a cleanser, make a toner, and get a really good regime going. And what I'll also do is put a recipe up over the next couple of weeks of a steam, how to do a steam for acne, because getting into those pores is really, really helpful. Just have to be careful not to scald the skin too much. So I will do a facial steam as well. I'm back. I'm not convinced I told you the recipe straightforward. So 25 grams of aqueous cream, 1 teaspoon of wheat germ oil, 1 drop of lemon, 1 drop of jasmine, 1 drop of tea tree, 2 drops of helichrysum, and safety. Definitely didn't tell you the safety, which would be not suitable for use in pregnancy. Jasmine, it's very good for bringing on the contractions and strengthening the contractions. We don't want that. So if you have got acne and you are pregnant, I think you're stuck with it. Helichrysum on its own, yeah. If you did helichrysum, tea tree and lemon, you'd be all right with that.